Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Kwame Chumesi. Today, Charlie, I'm not bringing you good news. So there've been a massive slash to how many people each state and territory can invite under Visa Subclass 190 and Visa Subclass 491. This is not good news. This is what makes the migration system very complex in Australia. Okay, because the government can say one thing today, you wake up and everything is like upside down. So these are some of the things that makes the immigration system in Australia very difficult and complex because it's not stable. Before we get into this video, please know that I am not a migration agent or an educational agent, so please use anything I'm going to say in this video as general advice only. So the state and territory nominated visa allocations cut for visa subclass 190 and visa subclass 491. So as you guys know, visa subclass 190 is the state skilled nominated visa. This is basically for people that wants to go and work in a certain state in Australia. So you can choose to go to maybe New South Wales or go to Victoria or go to Queensland. Okay, this is for people targeting some of the states to to go and work there. So there's something called the skill select. All right, so with skill select, you have to express your interest. Once you meet all the criteria, you express your interest, okay, to that particular state. And if you meet the criteria, you'll be picked or you'll be selected, and the state is going to give you an invitation to come and work in that state. And with visa subclass 4912, it's for people that are targeting a work regional area in Australia. So they also go with the exact same thing. You express your interest in that regional area, and if you meet the criteria, you'll be picked to come and work in that regional area. 190 is a permanent residency visa. 491, they'll give you the visa for 5 years, and within 3 years, if you meet a certain criteria, you'll be able to apply for your permanent residency visa under visa subclass 191. So what is happening here is we have all the states in Australia. So all the states basically got their state government, and we have a federal government. The federal government is basically in charge of making big decisions, for example, making big immigration decisions. Okay, so they dictate, and the states will have to listen to the federal government. So what is basically happening is the federal government has slashed the number of people each state in Australia can basically invite to Australia to come and work in that particular state, if that makes sense. Most of these states are very angry, and they are now dealing or appealing to the federal government to revert this decision, because it's not fun. Without talking too much, let's quickly look at the numbers of people each state can invite under visa subclass 190 and 491. So guys, the figures I'm going to discuss in these videos were taken from the link right here. I'm going to leave this link in the description section below. Okay, so migration program planning levels. So to take your time and read through. So when we go all the way to the end, you see that we got the figures right here. Okay, so all the figures right here. So this is where I got all my figures from, and when you go to the top section a little bit, you got all the states websites here, so you can actually go on each of the states here and have a detailed read. Okay guys, so for every financial year, so in Australia, every financial year starts from the 1st of July to the 30th of June. Okay, so for last financial year started from the 1st of July 2022 to the 30th of June 2023. Okay guys, so for last year for New South Wales, for visa subclass 190, they were allocated 9,108 people, meaning they were given the power to invite or to give visas out to 9,108 people. Okay, for visa subclass 491, they were given the power to invite 6,168, which makes a total of 15,276. Now let's look at this year. So this year they've slashed it. Okay, so for visa subclass 190, they've only given out 2,650 allocations, and for visa subclass 491, they've only given allocations to 1,500, which makes it 4,150. So this year, so this financial year, New South Wales cannot invite almost 11,126 people. This is mind busting, guys. Okay, so this is close to 70% 70%. So the federal government has basically slashed this 70%. So 11,126 people will not be given a visa, okay, to come to Australia. Why are they doing this? I don't know, man. So for Victoria to last year for Visa Subclass 190, they gave out 12,900. For Visa Subclass 491, they gave out 2,000, making it 14,900. This year they have slashed it. So for Visa Subclass 190, they've given out only 2,700, and for Visa Subclass 491, they've only given out 600, which makes it 3,300. Again, Victoria has lost 11,600 potential visa candidates. Okay, so they've lost 11,600, meaning 11,600 as compared to last year. People will not be given the chance to apply for visas under Visa Subclass 190 and 491. Now let's look at Queensland. So Queensland, they were given overall visa of 5,000 allocations. With this financial year, they've cut that down to 1,150, meaning they've lost 3,450 visa allocations. This is crazy. So for Western Australia, again, last year they were given an allocation of 8,140, and this year they've cut down to 2,350, meaning Western Australia has lost 5,790 visa allocations. This is crazy because I know they need a lot of construction workers. So how are they going to do that if they can't bring in 5,790 people? I know they are talking to the federal government to change this. Okay, yeah, so most of these states, they are in the process of talking to the federal government to reverse this because this cut is crazy. Okay, so for South Australia too, last year they were given an allocation of 8,800. This year it's been cut down to 2,300. So they've lost 6,500. So 6,500 visas will not be given out to people. All right. For Tasmania, last year they were giving out 4,250. This year they've cut that down to 1,200, meaning they can't give visas out to 3,050 candidates. All right. For the Northern Territory, last year they were given an allocation of 2,000. This year they've slashed down to only 650. Oh my God, this is crazy. So again, the Northern Territory got minus 1,750. Now, last but not the least, the Australian Capital Territory. So again, for the Australian Capital Territory, last year they were given allocation of 4,050. This year, they've slashed that down to 1,200, meaning they cannot invite 2,850 visa candidates. This is mind-busting, guys, okay? So the whole of Australia, okay? So the whole of Australia last year, okay, for Visa Subclass 190 and 491, they were given an allocation of 62,416. This year, they've cut that down for the whole of Australia to 16,700 people, meaning this is like a slash of 45,716 people as compared to last year. What is happening, guys? Why are they doing this? So why are they doing this, man? Because this is us preaching to the world that, hey, Australia need a lot of people to come and join its workforce, and now they are slashing these numbers, meaning, yes, we said we needed help, we need a lot of people to come to Australia and help, and today we are saying that nope, we don't need this many people to come to Australia. There is something going on here, guys, and I don't seem to know what the reason is, but I'm going to keep my ears down. If I get to understand the reason why the federal government is doing this, of course I'm going to switch on my camera and bring you. So sorry guys, this is kind of a bad news. So I know most people are going to say, what of people that have already submitted their skills select, okay, their expression of interest? I think if you've already submitted expression of interest, this cut is not going to affect you. This is based on my knowledge, okay? So if you've already submitted expression of interest through the skills select program, this will not affect you, okay? But if you're about to do that, then just know that your chances of you getting an invitation is going to be very, very less, because they've slashed 70% of the amount of people each state can give the invitations out to migrate to Australia. I'm hoping they reverse this soon, and I know that most of the states in Australia are going to talk against this. and the federal government will need to do something in regards to this. So when I hear the news, of course, I'm going to switch on my camera and bring you the good news. My name is Kwame Chumesi. I'll see you guys in my next video. Sorry, this was a bad news, guys. See you soon.